A week-long ceasefire was meant to stop this. Fighting between the Sudanese army and the paramilitary rapid support forces. And even though it failed to stop fighting and was described as imperfect by US and Saudi mediators, the warring parties extended it for another 5 days.
We are very concerned with the security and peace of our own fellow citizens. This is a priority in our policy. Whenever there is a chance to extend the ceasefire, we will not hesitate a second. But unfortunately, we have agreed the first time, the second time, 5 times. But next day, it was the rebellion force which violates the ceasefire, and they commit gross violations.
More explosions and gunfire were heard in parts of the capital Khartoum, and plumes of smoke, a near-daily scene, could be seen rising following an airstrike. The fighting has displaced over 1.3 million people since mid-April. Millions remain in Khartoum in desperate need of humanitarian assistance. The ceasefire was meant to open humanitarian corridors so they could be helped. But while some aid has been brought in, organizers say the ongoing violence is making it difficult for them to reach all those who need it. The fighting has affected the largest orphanage in Sudan. Since the start of the fighting, the center has been without water and power. Most of the staff have left due to the violence. Supplies to the orphanage have been disrupted. At least 50 children, including babies, have died as a result.
This is the call of help, humanity, peace and hope. Hope for normal and a better life for the orphans who are trapped in Khartoum because of the war and truce violation. I'm standing here in this situation for the second time, calling your conscience and compassion to save more than 300 children, their age between days and years, suffering every day from lack of feeding, supplement, proper medical care and mental health support.
Hospitals and homes remain occupied in Khartoum despite the ceasefire calling for them to be free of the armed parties. And for those who've been able to leave, the hope for an end to the war remains.
We used to live in the city of Damazin. Then the war resumed in Khartoum, so we became displaced again and moved to Wad Madani. We are currently staying here with great patience and difficulty due to the war. If the war stops, we will return to Khartoum. We hope for security and peace in our country.
But those left behind in Khartoum fear, even if the ceasefire is extended, fighting will continue. Hiba, Al Jazeera, Omdurman.